Public transit began in British Columbia 100 years ago on February 22, 1890, in Victoria, when the first electric streetcar system west of Ontario opened for business. The first streetcars were four-wheeled vehicles, about 16 feet long, with 10 horsepower motors. The motorman and conductor stood out on open platforms at the front and rear, exposed to all kinds of weather. For a fare of 5 cents, the electric cars carried passengers through town at speeds of up to 10 miles per hour. The fare remained a nickel for the next 28 years. Just 4 months after the Victoria system opened on June 26, 1890, Vancouver inaugurated its street railway, consisting of 6 cars and 6 miles of track. It was a humble beginning for a Vancouver transit system that today serves a larger geographic area than any other system in Canada. In 1897, the early streetcar companies were reorganized as the BC Electric Railway Company. Based in London, England, the BC Electric operated public transit in the province for the next 64 years. In addition to the streetcars, the BC Electric ran an extensive system of interurban electric railways. The interurbans were larger, more powerful trams, which carried freight and passengers between cities and towns on Vancouver Island's Saanich Peninsula, throughout the Lower Mainland, and up the Fraser Valley. The interurban lines played an important role in the economic development of suburban areas. By the 1950s, however, trucks and buses were taking over the freight and passenger business, and by 1958, the last of the interurban lines closed. Meanwhile, city streetcars, which flourished during the 1920s and 1930s, were facing stiff competition from buses and the private automobile. Supporters of the streetcar believed they had the answer: the President's Conference Committee car, the PCC, a lighter, faster, roomier, more powerful electric streetcar. The first PCCs appeared on Vancouver routes in 1939. But the popularity of the PCCs did not save the electric streetcar. At the end of the Second World War, the BC Electric was faced with an aging street railway system in need of renovation. Streets were more crowded than ever with automobiles. Streetcars, with their fixed tracks and inflexible routes, were not as convenient as the rubber-wheeled motor bus. The BC Electric decided to convert its transit system to buses. In New Westminster and Victoria, the conversion was swift and total. In Vancouver, the company introduced a kind of compromise, the electric trolley coach, which had the advantage of operating on the already existing network of overhead wires. BC Electric launched its Rails to Rubber program in 1948 with the appearance of the first trolley coach. One by one, the streetcar routes were converted to trolley or bus service until in 1955, the last of the streetcars rolled into retirement. Today, the Vancouver Regional Transit System operates 244 trolley coaches, the second largest fleet of trolleys in North America after San Francisco. On August 1, 1961, the transit system became publicly owned when the provincial government took over the BC Electric Company and created a Crown Corporation, the BC Hydro and Power Authority. During the 1970s, BC Hydro launched a major expansion of transit service throughout the province, and many smaller communities joined the BC Hydro family. Another highlight of the 70s was the inauguration of Seabus in 1977, a cross-harbor passenger ferry linking the North Shore with downtown Vancouver. Gradually, Hydro got out of the transit business, turning over responsibility first to the Urban Transit Authority and then, in 1982, to BC Transit, the agency which now looks after transit in British Columbia. The 1980s were marked by the arrival of SkyTrain, the rapid transit system linking downtown Vancouver and New Westminster. The first phase of the SkyTrain project opened in January 1986, in time for Vancouver's Gala World Exposition, Expo 86. Early in 1990, SkyTrain crossed the Fraser River to Surrey, the first of many extensions planned for the future. From streetcars to SkyTrain. In just 100 years, transit in British Columbia has come a long way.